Welcome back to another episode of Committed. I'm your host, Jake Lobrecht, on the show where we interview the incoming class of 2024 and find out why they chose Neumann and what they're most looking forward to. Today, all the way from Annapolis, Maryland, we have Zay Brown joining us on the show. Welcome to the show, Zay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Awesome. How is,
Um,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I wasn't gonna say anything. It's okay. You can go.
Sure. I was going to ask you, how was quarantine treating you? It's probably a different, state of mind and place being out of school right now.
Definitely out of place. I can say that I clean my room a lot more than I used to. I think just being because I used to just run in and out of my room, in and out of my room. School stuff after school, stuff like that. So my room would be a complete mess, and then I came home and I was too tired to do it. But now it's like I'll see a couple of like bags on the floor. And I'm like, no, I gotta hang them out. I have to. It's weird. I've become a neat freak, and it's freaking my family out a little bit.
Well, sometimes it's the little things in life, and the added bonus of being able to clean your room is a blessing in disguise sometimes, right?
Right.
We're
And
all caught
warm life.
we all get caught up in our lives, burning the candle at both ends sometimes, and uh sometimes the extra free time's a good thing, right?
Definitely a good time.
Awesome. Well, let's kick off the show. Tell me where you're from and your hometown and where you went to high school.
I am from Annapolis, Maryland. So, I'm not local, but I still love Pennsylvania. I went to Broadneck High School. It's about 10 minutes away from my home. And it's a pretty good school. I like it. The other day, they put on their lights for a senior graduation. So that was a pretty cool sight to see. Annapolis, Maryland, I don't really know what to say. There's not really much to do here unless if you know the Westfield Mall. That's pretty much all we do. Go to Westfield, watch a Bo Tyson Miss movie, maybe like shop out all the stores. I love papaya, hands down. But like that's basically it. Sometimes we'll go downtown. Storm Bros, if anyone comes to Annapolis, Storm Bros in downtown Annapolis, best ice cream you'll ever taste. I'm not joking. It's amazing. And downtown's not a bad sight to see either. It's really fun. But those are my two main things, downtown and the mall.
Well, I definitely wrote that place down, and if you're out there watching the show, you should definitely write it down because I'm going to take your word on that. So tell me about high school. What kind of things were you involved in at your high school?
In high school, I wasn't really involved in like much clubs here. Like in school, I was involved in the Avid program, which did a lot of stuff for the school. So we had fundraisers, for books, for food, stuff like that. My friends were in some clubs, so I would always help them with like can drives if they wanted to, stuff like that. I love fundraising. I love advertising. That's my big thing. And yeah, that's basically it. I think senior year, I got involved with a lot of stuff. I joined the Avid program for Be a Bruin because we have a elementary school nearby, and their mascot is Bee. So I would go there and mentor my fourth grader and help her with math, homework, whatever she wants to do. Maybe even play like a game of checkers or something, and that's pretty much it.
That's interesting to hear. Can you tell me a little bit more about the Avid program for those who may not be super familiar with it?
Yeah, definitely. The Avid program, it's like a prep course for college, I would say. It in middle school, I think all we really did was like train to take notes. But high school, you really get behind like what college is. You really determine what you want to do. It really helped me like focus what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be in the health field, but looking up all the you know careers and stuff like that, I kind of narrowed it down. My teacher helped me a lot, and it definitely helps with scholarships because I've been working on them since junior year. So
And when did you get involved with the program?
I got involved with Avid in the seventh grade, so middle school.
Nice. So a long tenure there with the program. Would you say that it helped you prepare for your course of action coming to Newman?
I think it definitely did because I will tell you, even though I was in sixth grade, I was a messy person. Like notes, I took them, but I never knew how to read them, and it was just all over the place. But Avid, we got I forget what we call it. It's like note taking down. So I know where to highlight, what to underline, what I need. So note taking, it really prepped me. Public speaking, it really prepped me because we have like a speech, like a rotary speech competition that we're all in. And it helped me a lot. Yeah.
And obviously you're already committed to Neumann. And so that it's paying dividends already. I think
Definitely.
it's fair to say, correct?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. So you're coming to Neumann in the fall, class of 2024, you've committed, and you're following the health science track, pre-occupational therapy, excuse me, track.
Yes.
What talk about that major and what interests you the most about that?
Well, that major, I picked it because I volunteer at a local place in my community called Gigi's Playhouse for individuals with Down syndrome. And what I do there is I peer volunteer with kids my age, and we have dance parties. We help them, learn money lessons, which I definitely pay attention to too, because everyone needs to know about that. And it's a really fun place to be. And one day, one of my leaders came up to me and she was talking to me and she was like, "Well, occupational therapy. These occupational therapists work in environments like this, and seeing how you glow and how you're so involved and you love this environment so much, I would take a look at it." And I did, and I really liked what it was about. I really liked the gist of occupational therapy.
So volunteering at Gigi's Playhouse has really put you on track for a career.
Yes, definitely. That if I didn't volunteer, my friends, they were all volunteering. They're like, "Come on, you got to do it." And they volunteered with the younger kids, but I don't know. I like people like my own age, so I was like, I feel more comfortable in this department, so I went to that group and it was really fun. I loved it a lot. But if I didn't volunteer there, I'd probably still be unclear of what I wanted to do.
And can I ask you to share maybe some stories about some of the connections that you've been able to make with some of the different individuals at Gigi's Playhouse?
Definitely. So most of the individuals at Gigi's Playhouse, they go to my school. So it was kind of crazy going there because the first time I went there, some of them had came from a unified bowling practice. So they all had like their Broadneck merch on, and I was looking at people walking through the door. I was like, "Whoa, you go to Broadneck?" And they were like, "Well, we've never seen you before." And we just kind of had that, brewing connection. And from there on, I think my best friend there would be Emily. She is amazing. I love her so much. I'm gonna miss her. I don't know where she's going, but I know I'm definitely gonna keep in touch with her. We've had some fun times. I'm on their youth board, so I coordinated their dance marathon a couple of months ago, and we raised over $12,000 for the entire place, and it was really fun. I loved it.
You talked about Emily and how this relationship, you guys really bonded over the past couple, months and years. How is this relationship going to move forward and hopefully stay in touch as you guys both enter college?
Um, I'll definitely because I got her number. I think I think I've had her number for a while, but I just double checked with her the last week of school. And I saw her the other day when we all went to like a graduation party in our local park. So I told her, I was like, "I'm not going to be a stranger. I'm bugging you all day. As soon as I get my phone, I'm going to text you." And, she is a little embarrassed by me. I don't know. I kind of make it a little embarrassing, but not too much. And so she's like, "Okay, all right." But I really hope I will definitely keep in touch with her because she is a special person. She's a special person to me.
That's such an incredible story. I thank you so much for sharing that because it's like an inspirational story. You know what I mean? Like that you started this program in seventh grade with to help you prepare for college. And then moving forward, you started volunteering at Gigi's Playhouse. And it's like you're starting to see the steps build and build and build. And now you're going to Newman University and you're bringing these relationships with you.
Definitely. I love it.
So I'd like to pivot now over to Newman. You're coming in the fall. You visited campus, correct?
Yeah.
And what was that first feeling the first time you walked onto campus, whenever it was?
I think the first time I walked onto campus was it was like for a medical meeting for everyone trying to get into the health sciences thing. And I can tell you, like just the second I stepped out of the car and I stepped onto the pavement, it's like I don't believe in love at first sight, but I got this feeling in me, and I was like, Mom, Dad, this is the place. This is the place. And so they were like, just feel it out. We're gonna go and we're gonna check, it out. We're gonna check the meeting out. And the meeting was fantastic. I forgot who I met. I met the health scientist. I think his name is Mr. Lee. But the connection that the staff has with the students there, like with the navigators, it was just fantastic. I love that connection. I love one-on-one connection with my teachers, so that really just boosted my confidence in coming to Neumann.
And you just said it right there. You love that connection with your professors. Our student student to class to professor ratio is about 14-1 students per professor. Did that also speak out to you when looking at Neumann?
Definitely. I don't get along well with big numbers. I don't like to feel like I'm a statistic. I like to feel like I'm a human being. I'm here to learn. I'm here to, help the world be a better place. So I know it's better to have a connection with my teacher for me than it is to just, be in a seat in a class.
And Newman has that family feel of allowing that personalized individual education that maybe some of the bigger universities miss out on. And one of the neat things about your intended track and your intended major is the health science building. It's brand new. It just opened up a year and a half ago, I believe. Don't quote me exactly on the date, but it's brand new. And what about that building stands out to you?
I I didn't it was my mom that really stood out, because the first thing they said when we were walking to it, they're like, this is brand new. And my mom looked at me, she's like, this is a sign. It's a new building, you're a new student, this is where you need to be. And I looked at her and I was like, I already told you that. And so it was just it's a beautiful building. The classrooms, the equipment, everything. I think one time I went there, we had like a little bandage wrapping session just to get everyone involved. I I didn't know those bandages were as tough as they don't look that tough. I thought that I could just rip it, but no. It took all of the strength in me and my mom to try and just rip it a little bit, but it was a really fun experience. I liked it.
And just right there, you on your tour, maybe like your visit on campus, you got that hands-on experience, and that's one of the keys to Newman University is providing students those hands-on experiences. How does that how is that impactful for your intended track in pre-occupational therapy?
I will definitely pre-occupational therapy. It's dealing with a lot of patients. I'm going to be helping them with every day-to-day activities to try and help them build their strength in those. And I think that hands-on is really important in that, because I can't learn to connect with someone through a book. It's kind of weird. You can tell me the methods, you can show me this and that, you can show me a video, but I'm not going to learn how to connect with the patient or to connect with the family if I don't get that experience firsthand.
And that's what stands out to Newman. Whatever major you're in, we're providing you the hands-on experience, which is really neat, especially for a track like your own. What I want to ask you one other question here. I want to pivot just a touch. You said how you're so involved in high school. How are you looking to get involved on Newman? Whether it's clubs and activities, what's your goal to be with your level of involvement?
I don't want to be too involved. I don't want to pack myself with all these clubs, but I definitely want to be in more clubs. It was like a little club fair I don't know, the third time I went to see Neumann, and I got to see a couple of different clubs. I got to know the people from the ministry. I got to know the people from BSU, and those are two clubs that really interest me a lot. So I was thinking about joining them. Maybe I'll look on the website and see a couple more clubs that I'm interested in, but those two are the main ones that I'm looking forward to.
And you said on your third visit, can I ask you how many visits you took to Newman?
Ooh, um, I swear, I love that school. Anytime they gave me an email to come to campus, I did. I think I probably went. My last time was like late last year. So I think maybe I visited. I think the third time was probably my last time. And the third time I tried, I think I finally ate there because my parents were like, you know what, you need to know what you're doing here, so you need to eat. And I had, I think, grilled chicken, and my mom had their noodle bowl, and she was like, if you don't come here, I will. It's immaculate. She loves the food, and I love the food. It's so good.
And what out of the 3 visits, which one was your favorite? And of course, was the chicken good?
Oh my god, the chicken was amazing. I think I had it with I think I had chicken and fries, and the fries, I was eating them and I was like, how are fries like this? How do like cafeteria fries? Because coming from my school, I would like bite into them. Some of them would be cold, still frozen, and I would just be like, and so I was not going to eat anything there, but my parents finally made me, and I did, and I was like, wow, I could actually probably gain the freshman 15 here. But but my favorite visit would probably be the one where I got the hand-on experience with the bandages, just because I met another family too that was there, and my family really connected with her. I haven't seen her since, and I'm trying to search for her on the Neumann page, but I really like that hands-on experience, and everyone was so great that day, like they are any other day. But I think I just like the hands-on experience the most.
And where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Hopefully, graduating from Neumann with that degree. Where do you want to work?
Where I don't know. I think I might want to come back to Maryland. I keep telling myself I want to come back here because there aren't as many occupational therapists here. And I know that I have a friend that has ADHD, and he was like, yeah, my occupational therapist, it was like only her and a couple other people. And I was like, that's crazy because anywhere needs, a lot of healthcare people, no matter where it is. Sorry, I'm tongue tied. But I think that I might want to come here. But then the more time I spend in Pennsylvania, I'm just like, I think I want to stay there too, but it's a matter of time. Hopefully I'll figure it out when I graduate.
And one thing you mentioned in the questionnaire that I asked you to fill out before the show, you said that you heard of Neumann just by a letter in the mail. Thinking back, you visited 3 times, you've committed, you're coming to Neumann. Would you have ever thought that a letter in the mail would have you coming to, it sounds like maybe your dream university?
It it definitely is my dream university. Oh my goodness. But no, I definitely did not expect that because it's, colleges start bombarding you and like end of sophomore year, beginning of junior year. So on my computer desk, there was just all these piles of papers lined up, added up. My mom was like, you need to take a look at them. And I was like, no, I do not want to. I'm not going to look at them. I was thinking about going to a local university, but then I started doing my research on each school, and I'd given up a whole bunch of times, and I was just about to throw the whole pile away until my mom pulled out the Neumann thing and said, hey, this has occupational therapy. This has what you want to do. I think we should go visit. And at first I was like, no, no way. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do it. Like, I just had so many doubts about it. And then I stepped foot on campus and I was like, wow, I did not expect the way I feel about Neumann now from a piece of paper.
That's incredible. You never know what that one piece of paper in the mail is going to do for you. Because, like you said, you get bombarded as a senior and junior, senior in college with so many different college visitations or invites, and yeah, it's really special when you finally find the one.
Definitely.
That's going to pretty much wrap things up here. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thanks for sharing your story. It was really so interesting to hear, and I can't wait uh, for the viewers to experience the same story that I did today. Um, so thanks for coming on the show. I can't wait to meet you in person this fall and officially welcome you to Neumann. But for now, saying so long, I'm Jake Lobrak. Alongside with me, Zay Brown from Annapolis, Maryland, saying so long. We'll see you next time on Committed. And if you want to be on Committed, send us an email or reach out to us on the Neumann Media Instagram. Neumann Media, no space, no caps, no underscore. Send us a message and we'll get you on the show. Take care.